Now will you notice, verse 9, also I said it's not good that ye do. Ought ye not to walk in the fear of our God because of the reproach of the heathen, our enemies? Now Christ is a reproach today in the world. But is he a reproach because of the conduct of the church? And because of the conduct of believers? And because of the conduct of you and of me? This is a question for us to ask ourselves. This man, Nehemiah, said, look, you are causing the enemy out there to blaspheme because of this. Now, verse 10, I likewise and my brethren and my service might exact of them money and corn. I pray you let us leave off this usury. Now, I think today you'll find that this is the real test, and it sure was the test of Nehemiah. And he says, I was in a position where I could have got in on this. I could have been financially benefited by it. And I tell you, the grasping person today is after the last father. A great many people are putting the dollar ahead of God. And you can put a dime up in front of your eye, and you can't even see the sun. And there are a lot of folk that are looking at the world like that today. Now, notice what he does. Verse 11, restore, I pray you, to them even this day their lands, their vineyards, their olive yards, their houses, also the 100th part of the money, and of the corn, the wine, and the oil that ye exact of them. And you're not going to collect any more payments from them. Then said they, we will restore them, and will require nothing of them, so will we do as thou sayest. Then I called the priests and took an oath of them that they should do according to this promise. And old Nehemiah, I love this fella. He says, I don't believe you. You're going to have to sign on the dotted line. And these are God's people, by the way. He said, I want you to sign on the dotted line. I think one of the biggest mistakes that I think I ever made in the ministry was to believe Christians. And I hate to say that. But, friends, I've had a lot of experience. And somebody needs to talk very frank today. I've always figured, well, this man's a Christian, and I can believe it. I found out I couldn't believe it. And as one very outstanding Christian businessman, he's a real honest man, he said to me, he said, you know, McGee, I've got to the place where I don't even like to do business with Christians. I'd much rather do business with the man in the world because I'm going to watch him. But the Christian, I assume that he's going to be honest, and he's not always honest. May I say to you, I have really been taken in my day just because I believe Christian, and we ought to be able to. But Nehemiah is very practical. He says, all right, you promise that you're going to return it. I don't believe you. Sign you on the dotted line. That's what I want you to do.